to use this myself.
Me help? Wow. Birthday to you.
Are you shy? Hello everyone, welcome to a day in the life of a Nigerian mom living in India, New Delhi. I want to use this medium to thank every one of you for subscribing to my channel and for watching my videos. As a new YouTuber that is still growing, your comments and likes, everything really keeps me going, so thank you so much. So today is Saturday and my son has been asking me that he wants cake. Being everybody in our house love cake, so I decided to bake cake for him this morning. For reference, I am not a professional baker, but you can use this recipe as a guide to make your own homemade chocolate cake. I have been using it every other time and it works for me, so you too can try it. Yes, you can try it if you have a family that love cakes like mine. So let's get into it. So what I did was to crack 2 eggs into my bowl. I added my sugar to it and I added my not so melted butter to it. I whisk everything thoroughly, then I added 1 cup of milk. I whisk until well dissolved, not properly dissolved, but you can dissolve yours more than the one I showed here. I added my vanilla essence to it. I whisk everything thoroughly. At this point, my son was disturbing me that he wants to join me and do the baking, so I asked him to pour in the flour. I added 2 cups of flour. Yeah, I used all-purpose flour. Then I went in with my baking soda and baking powder and a pinch of salt. At this point, my son was seriously on my neck. There was nothing I can do than to allow him have his way. Good job, Daddy. Good job. We have a little baker in the house. I have to use this myself.
Me help? Oh. Mommy, me help? Ah. Mommy, me listen to help?
Okay. I allowed him to help me with the mixing, but he was a bit slow and it's taking too much of my time. So I collected it from him and I started doing the mixing myself. At this point, I've finished mixing everything together. You can see it for yourself. Then I went in with my rinse, which is optional though. I mixed the rinse into the batter till it was well combined. At this point, it was now time for me to transfer it into my baking pan. I already prepped my baking pan off camera. Here's the little hack you can do if you don't have baking paper at home. You can use butter to coat your baking pan, or you can add oil to coat it and add little flour to it. Dust off the excess, you are good to go. I pour in half of the butter into the baking pan. The other half, I'm going to mix it up with cocoa powder. I added sweetened cocoa powder to a warm milk and I mix it up. I set that aside. I did not show it in this video. I added the cocoa powder mixture to the other half of the batter and I gave everything a very good mix. Then I added chocolate chips to the batter. What is chocolate cake without chocolate chips? Tell me now. I give everything a very good mix till well combined. Then I added it to the other batter in the baking pan. Then I top it up with extra chocolate chips, because like I said before, what is chocolate cake without chocolate chips? At this point, our cake batter is ready to go into the oven. Halfway through the mixing, I have to start preheating my oven. At this point, I was just releasing the bubble from the batter. Then we baked for like 35 to 40 minutes. Here is what we have. At this point, I felt the cake was on the oven for too long and it was too brown. But anyway, the cake tastes so delicious.
What do you want, cake? Whoa, look. Wow. Wow.
My son was so happy and he said, wow, the cake looks good, and he started singing birthday song because of the cake. So you guys should enjoy the song.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
So guys, if you have a family like mine that loves cake, you can start baking at the comfort of your home. You don't have to go and start getting cake every other time from the cake shop. Just use this easy recipe guide to make yourself homemade delicious chocolate cake. For reference, I'm not too big on measurements. I just use my instincts, but for this recipe I will be dropping all the measurements in the caption, so you can check the caption to see the exact measurement I use. If you watch this video to this extent, it means you are a big fan and you are willing to learn something. So like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next one. I love you all. I remain your favorite African mom living in India, New Delhi. Bye.